Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Trioma if you are new here. So welcome or welcome back. I was going to do this video alone. However, little Malachi here decided he wanted to be a part. So he's giving Mr. Rogers today. So yeah. So he's just going to chill here with me while I do the video. Yeah. So it's gonna be a book video. I've been wanting to do some book content for quite a while now, and at this point I should really just make my channel into a book channel because the vlogging's not working for me. Just any other type of content, it's just not working. Way back in my younger years, I used to do a whole lot of sit down videos, and I feel like doing book videos will like bring me back to that. I love just sitting down and just running my mouth, you know. But yeah, I have a goal for 2022 to read 52 books. So that's a book each year. That's a book each week. And I'm actually 2 books behind schedule. Unacceptable. Anyways, that's my goal for the year. But I'm going to talk about the books I have read. I'm going to talk about the books I've read since August. By the end of the year, I'm going to do like a whole video on every single book that I have read this year. But for this video, I'm just going to start from August. All right, so starting off with The Flat Share. So I heard a lot of mixed reviews on this book, but the concept was just so interesting. So pretty much this girl was looking for a place to rent. However, she had a very low budget of, you know, what she could afford. So she found a listing for a flat share roommate, but pretty much the concept is there's only one bedroom. The guy who owns the apartment, he works at night. Yeah, he works at night, and he would never be there at night. So whoever moves in would have to work daytimes. That way, when he gets off work, he's there during the day while that person is at work. And when that person comes back from work and they're sleeping, he's at work. I hope that made sense. So that's the whole premise of it. So they communicate through sticky notes and, you know, write each other notes. And there's a whole nother storyline that's intertwined into the book. But I thought it was so cute. It was kind of cheesy, but I'm a sucker for a good cheesy romance novel. I saw when I do book videos, I'm going to tell you right now, I may spoil some parts because I just need to talk about it. So I saw the 2 main characters getting together. I knew that was going to happen. I called it. I told my husband, I was like, they're going to end up getting together. And sure enough, they did. So I actually rated that 4 stars. Then going from that, I was like, okay, the flat share was cute. So then next I read The Roommate. And The Roommate by Sarai Wilson. And this concept was interesting too. So this girl, she comes from a super wealthy family. However, she's a teacher, I believe. It's been a while since I read it. I think she's a teacher. And pretty much she wants to hold her own, you know. She doesn't want the support of her family anymore. She doesn't want to... This is why he's in the video. Do you have something to say, buddy? Yeah. And what else happened? Yeah, so pretty much she comes from a wealthy background, wealthy family, but she doesn't always want to do what her family wants, you know. They have a very specific path that they want her to follow, and she does not want to do that. So she's looking for a place to live. However, since she is cut off from her family, she does not have a lot of money. So her aunt actually hooks her up with this guy, and hook up as in like connects her with this guy. He is looking for someone to live in his apartment with him and pretty much be a maid. To cook and to clean. And this guy is rich, he's wealthy, so the apartment is something that she's used to. Like, she's not moving into a place with someone who has no money, obviously, because they're looking for a maid. But the lifestyle is very similar to what she's already used to since she came from a wealthy family. So, a lot happens. They end up getting together as well. I can always call it, I can always call it. I already know when the main characters are going to get together. But of course, there's conflict, and there's, a little tussle. Not like fighting, but there's always an altercation. There's always a conflict that happens. I don't want to tell you, or that will really spoil the book. But yeah, so I rated that a 4-star. But now that I'm talking about the book, I think I want to change my rating to 3. Yeah, I just changed it to 3. I think I need to wait a while after I read a book to rate it, because I will read a book and be in the headspace of that book, and I'm like, that was the best book I've ever read. And then right now I'm talking about the book and I can't even remember certain things that happened. But it was a good book. Next, I read an Ellen Hildebrand book. If you don't know who she is a Nantucket author. I heard about her through some of my favorite YouTubers, Brooke Michio, Danielle Corlin, Kenzie Elizabeth, Katie Bellotti. They actually all took a trip to Nantucket, solely based on, how this author writes about Nantucket. And they actually met Ellen Hildebrand while they're in Nantucket, which is amazing. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I didn't know which book to read by her first, and I didn't want to buy a book from her. So, of course, I went to my library, digital library, and looked at what books they had by Ellen Hildebrand. So I got this one called The Rumor, and it felt like I was watching a TV show, but of course I was reading a book, but that's how good it was. The characters, the plot, the twists, it was so good. It was giving, what was it giving? Desperate Housewives? I don't know. It was giving TV sitcom drama. That's what it was giving. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I rated that a 4 stars, and I stand by that 4 stars, okay? But pretty much, I didn't even talk about what the book is about. So it's called The Rumor, and basically Nantucket's a small island, so everybody knows everybody. So somebody will see so-and-so talking to another person, and the rumor immediately starts that those two people are messing around, even though if you actually knew what happened, those two people were actually fighting about something. You know what I'm saying? They just make up rumors. The rumors build upon each other and just take off. However, some rumors are true, but some rumors are false. So it's kind of up to you to decipher which one is real and which one is not. But by the end of the book, all the rumors, they lay it all out there, and they make it clear which rumors are true and which are not. I loved it. I am going to read more of her books. I actually have 3 of her books on my bookshelf right now, but it's so hard for me to read physical books ever since I got my Kindle. I will buy a physical book, purely because it's a hobby, in and of itself, but it's just very hard for me to sit down and read a physical book since I got my Kindle. Speaking of Kindles, where is my Kindle? Speaking of Kindles, y'all look at this. It's super cute. I don't even know if it's showing up. super cute Kindle case. I started a brand called Left on Red. I saw there's a lack of cute Kindle cases on Amazon.com. And for a while, I just had like a pink silicone one, and it was cute or whatever, but I just wanted something that was super cute. So I designed this case, and I have 2 other cases as well. And I have lots of other designs coming. But yeah, if you're looking for like a cute Kindle case, Malachi! He hates sitting down. If you're looking for a cute Kindle case, check out Left on Red. I'm going to link it down below. So that's the rumor. Let's see. There's a lot that just happens in that book. There's infidelity. There's prostitution. There's scandal. It's a lot. Okay. But that's the thing about fiction books, is like, it's not true, you know, even though I'm pretty sure like it very much could be, this very much could happen in real life, but at the same time, it's a book. For me, it's like watching a TV show. Watching me. My husband, he took the girls outside so I could film this video. He's like peeking through the window. Okay, let me hurry up through this because Malachi is fussing. All right, the next book I read was Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. And I think this is such an underrated Colleen Hoover book. I really don't hear a lot about it. I don't hear a lot about it at all, but it's actually on Kindle Unlimited, which, if you don't know, it's a subscription where you could like rent books, and it's $9.99 a month. Anyways, Heartbones, so cute. So I really didn't know. I think it's best to go into this book blindly because I had no idea what it was about. I just heard it recommended a few times, but nobody would really talk about the premise of the book. And I know why. Just go into it blindly. It's amazing. You will cry. Well, you might cry. I cried because the ending was so like, just so emotional. The twist in the book was chef's kiss. Colleen Hoover does it every time for me. So yeah, next I rated that 5 stars. Easy 5-star read. All right, so I have 3 more books. Let me hurry up. The next one I read is Smells Like Tween Spirit by Lori Gelman. And this is the 4th book in the Class Mom series. If you're a mom, and you have a child that's like in elementary school, please read this series. It's giving PTA drama. I'm trying to find like a TV show equivalent to this book. But if you're a mom, you have a kid in elementary school or middle or high school, you would probably relate so much to this book. It deals with the PTA. It deals with school politics, class politics. You know, not really liking the teacher, drama with other parents. It deals with school politics, and it is so funny. The main character, she is basically saying what everyone is thinking in their head, but she says it out loud. So I highly recommend this book. It also felt like I was watching a TV show, especially because there's 4 books in the series. So I really had time to connect with the characters, and you know, the characters, like, we build on their story, their individual storyline, and I love it. I hope there's a 5th book in the series. In the 4th book, the son is in middle school, so I'm really hoping there's one where he goes to high school, and then maybe another one when he goes to college. I'm really hoping so because I love this author's writing I love this. Oh, sorry, my husband is distracting me. I love this author's writing style so much, and she's just so funny. And it's so realistic. That's the one thing about it. I know a lot of fiction books is like, okay, that would not happen in real life. Or like, if it did, it's crazy. But this book is so realistic, so I love it. I think I rated that a 5-star. Let's see. 4-star. All right, the next book I read was November 9th, also by Colleen Hoover. I've heard this raved about so much. Like, I knew it was going to be good because everybody and her mother recommends this book. I rated it 5 stars. Just go into it blindly as well. I didn't really know what it was about. I didn't really know what it was about when I started reading the book, so I'm not even going to tell y'all what it's about. I want y'all to go into the book blindly. The twist in the book, chef's kiss. It was so good. Let's see. There is also a character crossover. If you read Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover as well, you see some characters from Ugly Love in November 9th. So that was really fun. I rated that a 5-star. And then the last book I read is called The Goodbye Year by Kiara Ruda. I hope I said that right. I rated this 4 stars. But this book circles around the life of 3 families. And their similarities is that each family has a child who is in high school and they're about to go off. I'm sorry, they're in high school, but they're seniors and they're about to go off to college. So it's their last year at home. And then it touches on the parents' perspective where they've had a kid in the home for 12 years and now they're about to be empty nesters. So it's kind of dealing with, their feelings towards that, how they're coping with that. This book, it was a lot going on, but in the best way possible. It also felt like I was watching a TV drama sitcom. The twists in the book were amazing. The characters, amazing. One thing that this book does that I wish all books did, before it goes into chapter 1, it has a cast of characters. So it lists like the different families and who in the family. That way you can like go back and reference, wait, who is this again? Who is this? Oh yeah, that's who they are. Oh, that's their mom. Oh, that's the kid. So I really like that because sometimes I get confused while I'm reading a book, especially when there's a lot, it's, multiple point of view. I get confused. So I love that it broke that down at the start. But the only con I have for this book is, so the pacing of the book was really good up until like, I distinctly remember just a certain part of the book where the father tells a certain secret. And from that point on, it's like the author hit fast forward and then the book was over. Like I wish you kind of kept that same pacing so we can kind of get more of what happened once we see the twist. Like she built it all the way up just to end it so quickly. And I did not like that. That's the only reason I gave it a 4-star. However, if she kept the pacing how she had it at the first half of the book, I probably would have given it a 5-star. So that is The Goodbye Year. Highly recommend. But I'm gonna go now because Malachi is getting fussy. But I hope y'all like this book. I'm gonna list all the books I talked about below. I'm gonna list my website down below where you can get your very own cute Kindle case. If you have any book recommendations, list it down below and I will check it out. So yeah, see y'all in my next video. Bye. Say bye, Malachi.